What does Lindsay Lohan have to say about the upcoming Mean Girls reboot? Which Mean Girls face was recently seen in stores across the US? And is Ariana Grande in the running for the role of the legendary Mean Girl, Regina George? Hi, I'm Janet, and here are all the reactions to the upcoming Mean Girls musical reboot. Lindsay Lohan. You know her as Cady Heron, the down-to-earth new girl who quickly turns mean girl when she joins the OG popular group, The Plastics. Lindsay Lohan burst onto our screens with her iconic role in the 2004 comedy Mean Girls and has since become one of the most recognizable faces in Hollywood. Even though Lindsay herself faded from the spotlight in recent years, the actress is often called upon for comments regarding her role as Cady. More recently, in the light of the Mean Girls musical reboot, Lohan opened up in an interview with David Spade about how she'd love to star in the remake. "I think I was hanging on to Mean Girls for a really long time," she said. "To work with Tina and the whole crew again, and director Mark Waters, that was really what I wanted. I was excited to do that." Music to our ears, right? Unfortunately, we'll have to accept that it might not be so simple. Lohan then went on to say that even though she really wants to do it, it's entirely out of her hands. In fact, it's been out of her hands for a long time now. You might have forgotten this, but there actually was a Mean Girls sequel. The 2011 film, while sporting the same name, actually introduced a whole new plot and a brand new set of characters. Needless to say, the film didn't exactly leave the same lasting impression its predecessor did. Before we go on, how about subscribing to the channel? The Catcher brings you all the juiciest secrets about your favorite movies and TV series. Press the bell to be notified of all our uploads. Rachel McAdams. Let's face it, the Plastics wouldn't be the Plastics without our meanest mean girl, Regina George.
Is butter a carb?
Let's hope she found her answer by now. If not, I'm worried about her kids. Yep, you heard me. In a recent interview with E! News, actress Rachel McAdams revealed where exactly she thinks Regina ended up. She said, "Regina's probably had a few babies who are plotting your demise in the womb." Sounds accurate, don't you think? Whether or not Regina has passed on her mean girl ways to a couple of children, McAdams claims she would nonetheless love to revisit the character. Like Lohan, she admits that no official discussions are being held, but that she is indeed open to it. I don't know about you, but that's enough for me. Amanda Seyfried. Anyone who says they've never seen a young person Karen has definitely not seen Mean Girls before. Unlike her name suggests, Karen Smith, portrayed by actress Amanda Seyfried, was less "I want to see your manager" and more
I can put my whole fist in my mouth. Wanna see?
Karen taught us how to wear pink on Wednesdays and how to pretend we're sick over the phone. Who doesn't want to see what she's up to today? Unfortunately, Seyfried is yet to state her opinion on reprising her role in the reboot. That doesn't mean she's out of the Plastics, though. In early October 2020, the Mean Girls cast all came together for a virtual reunion as part of a voter registration drive. Of course, it wouldn't be a proper reunion without the Plastics recreating their iconic four-way phone call from the film. While the actresses still look fabulous after 16 years, they did need some help to remember a line or two. It doesn't matter though, because seeing the group together again was enough to give us all the feels. Speaking of feels, Lindsay Lohan even said, "It feels like we're all still good friends," which was really nice. And it's exactly what we like to hear. Now, back to Amanda Seyfried. What has the actress been up to these days? For one thing, she recently traded the New York lifestyle for a farm in the Catskills. And in September 2020, she gave birth to her second child. Seyfried even revealed that life on the farm is going better than ever. As for her career, she recently starred in the drama comedy Mank, and depending on how the movie is perceived by Academy voters, the actress might just be in line for her first Oscar nomination. Not too bad for a former Plastics member, right? Lacey Chabert. She loves to gossip and is basically attached to Regina George's hip. It's Gretchen Wieners, played by actress Lacey Chabert. I think we'd all like to see where Gretchen finds herself today. Her father is, after all, the inventor of toaster strudel, as she keeps reminding us throughout the movie. Here's a fun fact. In 2020, Pillsbury, the owners of Toaster Strudel, actually launched a limited edition Mean Girls-inspired product, complete with pink icing. If you've seen these in your local supermarket or even got around to tasting them, comment down below. Now, with Gretchen appearing on boxes across the US, could we actually see her face on the screen again soon? Actress Lacey Chabert recently commented on the possibility when speaking to Entertainment Tonight. Like the rest of the gang, she admits that while she is totally up for the idea, it's unfortunately not up to her. Even if the actresses do end up coming back, they're all much older than their characters. What parts would they play? Lizzie Kaplan. Have you ever wondered whether actors ever watch their own movies? Apparently, the answer is yes. Except they might not watch it as often as you think. In 2019, Lizzie Kaplan, the actress who portrays Janice Ian, revealed to Us magazine that she recently watched the film for the first time in 15 years. Her husband hasn't seen the movie, and with the upcoming Broadway musical, she wanted to refresh herself. Her verdict? It's a wonderful movie. Wonderful enough to revisit her role as Janice in a reboot? Unfortunately, the actress is yet to comment on the matter, but I'm sure she wouldn't be opposed to the idea. After all, she did go on to praise Tina Fey, the film's screenwriter, in addition to opening up about how rewatching the film made her surprisingly emotional. In the meantime, Lizzie busied herself with the popular TV show Castle Rock, which unfortunately came to an end in 2019. When talking to The Independent about her leap from comedy to thriller, Kaplan called it her lucky ticket. I have so many friends who are actresses and in the comedy space, but they're not given the opportunities to do things beyond it. Having already made the jump between genres, might Kaplan be opposed to returning to comedy at all? Whatever her choice, we here at The Catcher are Team Janice all the way. Tina Fey. Actress, writer, producer. Is there anything Tina Fey can't do? Apparently not, because just when you think you've seen it all, Fey takes us by surprise. More recently, the Mean Girls musical reboot. In January 2020, shortly after the announcement came that the Broadway adaptation of the 2004 film won't be returning post-pandemic, Fey took to the media to announce an upcoming reboot. A musical reboot, as a movie. Makes sense? According to Fey, the reboot will not exactly be a remake of the original film, but rather an adaptation of the Broadway musical. It's set to feature the same story and characters, in addition to an ensemble of songs. While the film's official casting information is yet to be released, Fey dropped a major bomb earlier in 2021 when she revealed who she'd really like to star on the reboot. Yeah, Tina recently said in an interview, if Billie Eilish wants to play Janice, and if Zendaya wants to play Cady, yeah, let's do that. Please tell me we're doing that. Whether or not it might actually happen, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. It might be worth noting, however, that Zendaya does seem to have a pretty full plate at the moment. Not only is she filming for the upcoming Spider-Man movie, but she also stars in 2 recent releases. As for Billie, while the singer recently hinted at a new album in the works, she also mentioned that things tend to move faster while in quarantine. Fast enough for her to also act in a musical? I mean, Tina bringing on a famous singer is not entirely out of the realm of possibility. In 2019, with the release of Ariana Grande's Thank You Next music video, the singing sensation paid homage to the 2004 movie by portraying the oh-so-mean Regina George in one of the video's scenes. Tina gave it her personal seal of approval, revealing she watched the video with her entire office. She then personally addressed Grande by inviting her to the then still-running Broadway musical. Ariana Grande as Regina George? It wouldn't be the first time Grande dabbled in Broadway acting. Most recently in 2016, the singer took to the stage as Penny Pingleton in Hairspray Live, a filmed version of the popular musical. 5 years later, could she be up for it again? Yes, please. The Broadway Team. It's always sad when something comes to an end. Even more so when it's a Tony-nominated Broadway musical. Mean Girls the musical ran for more than 800 shows, and I'm sure departing from it was difficult for everyone. That doesn't change the fact, however, that a movie is still in the works, something the show's production team didn't fail to mention in their departing statement on Twitter. Lorne Michaels, producer on the show, told The Hollywood Reporter, "We remain excited to bring this musical to the big screen, relaunch the tour, and prepare for a London production." Whether or not Michaels plays a role in the upcoming adaptation is unclear, but it's nonetheless great to see a supportive spirit within the team. Fans' reaction. Of course, no reaction compilation would ever be complete without the reactions of those who matter the most, the fans. As you might expect, shortly after Faye's announcement in 2020, Twitter absolutely exploded. Okay, so a Mean Girls musical movie is happening, and everyone wants the original cast, one fan said. And to be honest, even though they're a bit older now, this would actually be the funniest ever. It certainly would, even though we know it's not that simple. Nevertheless, most fans seem to be on board with the project. Even those who weren't all too happy shared reasonable explanations for their opinions. It's obviously a little confusing to turn a movie into a musical, then back into a movie. What's your opinion regarding the reboot? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and remember, stay fetch!